Akim. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom, wa barakia to you brothers and sisters out there. Alright, Salakia for the background noise. I'm in my work van. I'm heading home. And I wanted to do an in-transit lesson, so, excuse me if I, Salakia, if I don't physically pull the scriptures. I'm going to quote them to the best of my ability. I might get some here and there, but, we're just going to see. Especially recently, they kind of got more strict with these phone laws in Tennessee, which I'm not really worried about that, but I'm not very hidden in this van. I'm kind of sitting a little high up, so. But I'm gonna do what I can. I'm just gonna be circumspect with it. But the topic that I wanted to go into for today is basically, something I was meditating on, because you'll have moments, in the truth, right? Well, where you're gonna be in a low, I guess you could say low state of mind, right? Which, that really reminds me too of Sirach 2, when it talks about how we're being tried as gold in the fire. And it says, be patient when thou art in a lower state, which, talk about your condition, physically first and foremost, but mental as well. And you're going to have moments in this truth where you're going to feel like, the Lord ain't dealing with you, which is really just Satan. The scriptures talk about how he's trying to sift you as wheat. So this man, he's trying to sift you as wheat, and he's trying to get you out the truth. One of the tactics he has is he makes it feel like, or he puts thoughts in your head that the Lord, ain't dealing with you, or basically makes you seem like you're falling out the truth. But the reality is, you're not. You're doing the same things that you've been doing, and you're growing in the spirit. So how are you slipping away? You're not, but it's Satan fucking with your mind. Alright, so that what I wanted to basically, put out there as an exhortation is, when you find yourself in these mental battles with Satan and your flesh, where it's trying to tell you and convince you that the Lord ain't dealing with you, or the Spirit ain't with you no more, what I advise you to do is keep going. That's the best thing that you can do, man. I, of course, pray and fast, but keep going. Keep doing lessons. Keep watching lessons. All right. Keep fellowship with the Akim. Keep tapping into the Spirit, man. Because you might think, in your mind, you might have these thoughts of Satan coming in. Yeah, he ain't dealing with you. But if day in and day out, every day, you're putting effort into the Lord, into this ministry, you're gonna be good, man. All right. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what Satan is saying, you are still here. You're still able to call on the names. You're still able to chat it up with Akim. Right? You're still able to do lessons. You're still allowed to go to camp. So continue in those things. All right? Like it says in Peter's, make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail or never fall. So you just got to continue in the work. Continue to work, as the scripture says in Sirach, work your work B times, and in his time, he will give you your reward. Alright, so we don't know the exact day that Yahweh Shai is coming back, but we know that it's soon. Just like we don't know, exactly when the famine of the word is going to take place, but we know it's soon. So let's continue to work, man. Continue to sculpt yourself into the best model that you possibly can. Continue to grow in the Spirit. Continue to be edified. Continue to push edification. Continue to fast. Alright, press toward the mark. Press toward the prize. Continue to fight. You're not as one that beat at the air, as Apostle Paul said. You're not doing this for nothing. The scriptures say, I believe it was Yahushua in Revelations, he was saying you continue to do these works unto the end. You know, and you're going to be rewarded. Your labors are not in vain. Even if you die, you know, even if you pass away in this truth, all your works that you did up to that point, all your works that you did up to that point are going to be remembered. Okay, by Yahweh, by Shema Shai, you're going to be rewarded for all these things. Don't ever think that just because you don't have views, or you know, just because you're not getting recognition, you shouldn't be looking for recognition in the first place. This is not about vainglory. Okay? This is not about vainglory, man. Just know that Yahweh Bashemah Washai is watching everything you do, everything you say, every action you have, every thought you have. So you want to make sure that you're exercising yourself in righteousness and in the spirit. The angels are recording everything you do, good and bad, man. Your success stories, and your failures. It's all being reported. Okay? So keep that in mind. You're trying to please Yahweh Bashemah Washai. That was, I believe, Apostle Paul also said that. He was talking, and that's another thing. People try to discredit Apostle Paul like he isn't one of the greatest men in the Bible. This man wrote most of the New Testament, man. What are you talking about? Alright? There's a lot of quotes that we get, and edification that we get, and exhortation, rebuke that we get from Apostle Paul. Okay? There's a lot. And Apostle Paul is a prime example of, you know, not allowing things to get to him and giving up. Right? He has a list of a few things, you know, in this, I forgot what exact book, but he mentions how he's been in a few shipwrecks, and, you know, he's been in prison, and he's going through, you know, a list of trials and tribulations, but yet he's still pushing. All right? You got to imagine how it was for him at the start, when he converted, when he repented, when he was, remember when he was Saul of Tarsus, but he then, you know, that situation happened when he was on his way to Damascus, when Yahushua appeared onto him. Alright, best believe there was, you know, people that might have gave him the side eye, like, how the hell is this man all of a sudden gonna do a 180? You know, people might have scoffed, scorned him, especially people he knew from back in the day. Used to persecute those men, those blasphemers. And now you're one of them. But he didn't care. Apostle Paul didn't care what they were talking about, man, because he had a mission. He had a mission. It's the same mission that we have today. How is it the same mission? We might not have the same portion, but we're all fighting for what? That penny. Our crown. Alright, keep that in mind, man. It's not a battle if you're not receiving friction from the other side. When you're in a war, there's an opponent, and that opponent is trying to take you down. Okay? Whether it be physically, Esau, Edom, alright, and shit, 2/3 of our people here in America, that, you know, they fight against Jerusalem. That's why they're going to be destroyed in that nuclear desolation, nuclear destruction, those missiles. Alright? That's going to take place in World War III, when America is laid flat. We have a lot of enemies, man. Like brother's been doing videos lately. There's way more unbelievers than believers. But who gives a fuck? Right? It's not about the multitudes of people. It's not about numbers. Alright? And as you hear in the world all the time, what do people say? Quality over quantity. So yeah, there's a very, very large quantity of people that don't believe what you believe, but the quality of those people is piss poor. Now the men and women that believe on Yahweh Bashemah Shai, you see their quality. They're being tried as gold. Alright, especially the men, starting with the prophets, the apostles and elders of great millstone on down. Alright? They're going to be a covering in that day. As the scripture says, man, you know, shall be like the gold wedge of Ophir. Made like fine gold. He's going to be a covering from the tempest, from the wind. It's going to be like a rock in a dry place, roughly paraphrasing. If you want to be one of those people, you got to continue in this thing, man. It's not meant to be easy. Nobody told you it was going to be easy. All right? And if they told you that, they fucking lied. They lied to you, man. That was never in the agreement. You were drafted into a spiritual war. You're going to have spiritual bombs and bullets going off next to you, man. That's part of it. You might get hit. But as long as you got breath in your lungs, you got to continue to profess the names of Yahweh Bashmal Shai and conduct yourself accordingly. All right, like the scriptures say, what manner of persons are ye to be? All right, we can't act like these niggas out here, man. Let them do that. All right? We have laws, we have regulations, we have a standard that we have to uphold as Israelites. We have to fulfill the whole purpose of our creation, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Fear God and keep his commandments. All right? That's all we're here for. We're not here to twiddle our thumbs. We're here to do the work. We're here to suffer. We're in hell. Did you forget? Micah 7 and 9. We got to bear that indignation, man. Continue to fight and continue to, strive in the fire, man. All right, so just something I wanted to, put up on wax real quick. Yahweh Ratazah was edifying, unto you sincere Akim Wakwat out there. Yahweh Bashmal Shai Barakathum. Kahala Yahweh Bashmal Shai. Double honors, of course, to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, our teachers, the leaders of Israel on the planet Earth today, whether you want to accept that or not. All right? Shalom wa barakyam lahabakaryam. All right? Shalom.